Langata Hospital's laboratory facility has been indefinitely closed following a scandal in which it is alleged to have been charging the public for coronavirus tests that it was not doing. The hospital is accused of charging the public over 5,000 Kenya shillings for COVID-19 tests, which it had no capacity for conducting, but was in collusion with officials from Kenya Medical Research Institute to run an authorized operation that was duping Kenyans of their money. The CEO of Kenya Medical Laboratory Technicians and Technology Board, Patrick Kisabei, said they're trying to establish if there was any agreement between the two institutions.
So the reason why we have concluded to close this laboratory is that they are lying to the public that they are doing the COVID-19 testing while they are not.
Officials from KMLTT raided the hospital on Wednesday and arrested the director, the chief operations officer, the laboratory manager and technologists for engaging in unauthorized coronavirus testing. The officials also found government-labeled test kits and stocks of expired reagents used for coronavirus testing. The Health Ministry has already issued warnings about counterfeit COVID-19 testing kits in the local market and advised Kenyans on where they should go for tests. As Kenyans grapple with how to survive this year, for students in primary and secondary schools, the year 2020 might as well not have existed if the plans proposed by the Ministry of Education will be observed to their fullest extent. This follows a unanimous decision made by the Ministry of Education together with the National Teachers Unions, parents associations, school heads and private schools to suspend learning for the rest of the year till 2021 due to coronavirus pandemic. Announcing the decision, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, said all learners in primary and secondary schools will remain in their current class, while national examinations candidates will sit for the final exams next year.
We have also been reliably informed this morning by the doctors that the peak is likely to come in September, and by the grace of God, perhaps taper down around January.
Telkom Kenya and Google have entered into a partnership agreement that will see a deployment of balloons to be used for internet connectivity in rural parts of the country. President Uhuru Kenyatta told the residents via WhatsApp to take advantage of the project to advance their socio-economic activities.
Kwa sababu najua vijana mkiwa na internet, mkiwa na connectivity, hiyo ni online jobs kwenu, hiyo ni mambo mengi ambayo mtaweza kufanya mkiwa manyumbani, kuwe na contract na kila katika dunia mzima mtaweza.
ICT CS Joe Musheru said the launch was historic and added that Kenya continues to lead the world in matters technology.
Loon is finally in Kenya. Kenya being the first country in the world to commercialize the technology. This is basically base stations up even beyond where the planes are.
The balloons were expected to beam high-speed internet access in rural and suburban areas, making the project a historic first-ever deployment of such a project in Africa. Project Loon was developed by Google's parent company, Alphabet, and was tried in by U.S. telecom operators to provide connectivity to people of Puerto Rico after a hurricane destroyed the communication infrastructure in 2019. Harambee Stars former skipper and assistant coach Musa Otieno has called on Kenyans to play it safe against the highly infectious coronavirus after leaving Kenyatta National Hospital, where he was being treated for COVID-19. Otieno warned Kenyans that the virus was real and urged everyone to take precautions and follow the government directives in order to slow down its spread in the country. The skipper, who was discharged earlier this week after undergoing 2 weeks of treatment at the National Referral Hospital's isolation unit, said he was thankful to God for getting a second chance at life, adding that it was a scary experience. The death toll from demonstration and ethnic violence that erupted in Ethiopia last week following the murder of popular singer from the Oromo ethnic group has risen to 239, according to Atali police figures. Pop star Hashalu Hundessa, a hero to many Oromo who saw him as a voice of the marginalized, was shot dead by unknown attackers on Monday of last week, fueling ethnic tensions threatening the country's democratic transition. Protests broke out in the capital Addis Ababa, as well as surrounding Oromian region, which is the homeland of the country's largest ethnic group, who have long felt economically and politically sidelined in the diversion nation.